Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. William Ruto was today in Homa Bay County attending a church function at AIC Homa Bay. And we are told he was to do some fundraising for the church. That meeting, in my considered opinion, was a total failure, total rejection, in that all elected leaders in Homa Bay County gave that meeting a wide berth, starting with the governor to all leaders in Homa Bay County. William Ruto was now forced to use some non-rebels from Luo Nyanza, the likes of David Ochieng, former Kisumu Governor Ranguma, Obado. He was now forced to use those leaders to accompany him to Homa Bay. And after the church service, as he was addressing the people in town, he was forced to cut short his speech because it was coming out clearly that there was going to be trouble. Have a look at this.
Huyu Angela Jagot, mutafanya kazi na mimi? Tutafanya kazi pamoja? Hebu nione wala anasema tutafanya kazi pamoja. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki na mjue ninawapenda sana. God bless you and I love you, the great people of Homa Bay. Thank you very much. Mungu awabariki.
Yes. In this video, I want us to dissect William Ruto's Homa Bay tour to see exactly what transpired and what that means politically. Earlier, before William Ruto landed in Homa Bay, Gladys Wanga, Homa Bay governor, taking to his social media accounts, had this to say. Governor Gladys Wanga, 2/10/2022, Mombasa, Kenya. His Excellency, the President, Dr. William Ruto, is today, 2nd October 2022, scheduled to visit Homa Bay town to worship with us at the AIC Church. I wish to extend a warm welcome to the President on behalf of the great people of Homa Bay and request him to feel at home. I am, however, out of the county on official duty and will therefore be unable to join His Excellency for the church service and have communicated the same to His Excellency. The people of Homa Bay have a culture of great hospitality and will warmly receive the President as he visits to pray with us. Karibu sana. That's Gladys Wanga. And I take that just as an excuse Gladys Wanga is using not to attend William Ruto's event, because it's obvious that she could have suffered some political consequences just being seen in a William Ruto's function. And that's the nature of our Kenyan politics. Yes. And if you look at what transpired, it's clear all elected leaders gave that meeting a wide berth. And from your photo there, you are seeing William Ruto and close by, David Ochieng, an indication that David Ochieng, Ugenya Member of Parliament, is the person who most likely hosted William Ruto in Homa Bay County. All local leaders gave that meeting a wide berth. And the mere fact that, again, William Ruto chose non-rebels to accompany him to Homa Bay County also speaks volumes. In fact, that created a perception that William Ruto was trying to fight Raila politically and to demean Raila's political stature in Luo Nyanza, or rather in the Luo Nation. And that's why most likely he used non-rebels from Luo Nyanza, the likes of Owalo, David Ochieng, Obado, Ranguma, Martin Ogendo. Those are leaders who are currently being seen as rebels. And those are the leaders William Ruto used today to accompany him in Homa Bay. And after the church service, as he was now addressing residents of Homa Bay town, towards the end of his speech, it was coming out very clearly that residents were getting tired of his rhetorics, and soon there would be trouble. Things were going to actually blow out of proportion. William Ruto had to cut short his speech. And if you look at William Ruto's full speech, he was just explaining to Homa Bay people on how he loves them, on how he wants to bring development to them. And at the same time, William Ruto is using leaders deemed as rebels to actually accompany him to Homa Bay, and he was cleverly using them to start throwing some kind of attacks on Raila Amolo Odinga. Going by the remarks Owalo made, and going by the remarks David Ochieng made, and largely listening to those leaders who accompany William Ruto, it's as if they were throwing some distant jobs to Raila Amolo Odinga. And then after all that has happened, William Ruto now tells the people that he loves them. Most definitely, there was trouble. There was going to be trouble. And also, from what transpired, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing a William Ruto who is actually not very honest. And the mere fact that he's using the church, that has been William Ruto's campaign style. He has always used the church. In the case of President Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto started with going to the churches on the mountain and actually managed to convince quite a good number of churches on the mountain. And as he was doing that, he was using leaders from the mountain to undermine and to attack former President Uhuru Kenyatta. That's the same strategy I'm seeing William Ruto has already started in Luo Nyanza. Whether he will succeed or not, it's only time that will tell. But today was not an official function. William Ruto was not in Homa Bay County to launch any government or rather any developmental projects. He was there purposefully to attend a church service. And that church service, from the speeches we saw, it degenerated into a political function. A political function. And that can explain why most definitely Gladys Wanga and all elected leaders from Homa Bay County gave that meeting a wide berth. In my honest opinion, William Ruto wanted to use that occasion, assuming they could have attended, he wanted to use the occasion to attack the elected leaders and even to demean them politically. That's what I'm seeing here. So it's actually good, or rather it's within their rights, that they gave that meeting a wide berth. It was not a developmental tour, but purely, in my honest opinion, a political tour. William Ruto is already on a mission to make inroads in the Luo nation. That's what I'm seeing here. And it's also a very clever politics on his side that is now starting with AIC, African Inland Church. You know, African Inland Church is arguably the biggest church so far among the Protestant churches in Kenya. It has over 5,000 branches and over 5 million church members. So it's arguably the biggest Protestant church in Kenya. And the funny bit of it is that its long-time presiding bishop, Silas Yego, not Bishop Yego, I mean, just some few days ago, and from that photo there, he actually attended, or rather was hosted, at State House by Rachel Ruto. And you know, Yego has been the long-time presiding bishop of AIC. Yes, until about 2 years ago when he retired. And you know what normally happens? When these leaders pledge or rather visit State House, they always pledge their loyalty, their support. So this meeting of today in Homa Bay was most likely a political meeting. And again, from William Ruto's speech, it reminded me of Uhuru Kenyatta first term, when William Ruto started his campaigns. There was a time he went to Caleb Amisi's constituency and he told Caleb Amisi in broad daylight that if you can't join me, then forget about developments. That was William Ruto in 2013, before Matiang'i eventually took up some of his roles. And I'm seeing William Ruto has started that brand and kind of politics. We are most likely going to see William Ruto, who is going to crisscross the country, especially in Azimio areas, rather strongholds, and he will be telling the elected leaders that if you can't join me, forget about development. That's most likely what we are going to see of William Ruto in the coming days. But from the look of things, William Ruto started his campaigns even before the politicians knows it. This is a person on a campaign trail. He has already started his 2027 campaigns. Let me leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you want to have a chat with me, a discussion, or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, and if possible, you can send any donation, any contribution, or any support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. God bless you. God bless Kenya.